Hi everybody, my name is Bob Trezise. I'm President and CEO of Lansing Economic Area Partnership. We're an economic development agency that coordinates and works on economic development projects and initiatives for the greater Lansing, Michigan area, which is Ingham, Eaton, and Clinton County, and you're listening to the LEAP Weekly. For the next 5 minutes or so, we'll talk about economic development activities of the greater Lansing area. A big thank you to Sue Pigg and the Tri-County Regional Planning Commission last night. They had a wonderful awards ceremony, and it was a culmination of the $3 million federal grant work that has been done to study and plan and put together the backbone of our region's economic development efforts, which is Michigan Avenue, a one-of-a-kind corridor in the country that connects the state capital, downtown East Lansing, downtown Lansing, a major health center, and one of the world's great universities, Michigan State University. How do we build upon this incredible asset and make it a memorable event and a major innovation corridor as far as economic development goes? And that ranges from real estate to bringing in different kinds of technologies, working in neighborhoods, physical infrastructure improvements, and of course kind of the point of the spear is our Res Cedar Renaissance project, the $270 million project that we're working on now, a new global village on the riverfront. So thank you for the recognition that LEAP received. We had a small role in that planning effort, but a big thank you to the Tri-County Regional Planning Commission. Another major initiative for LEAP is one of our work groups is working to build an accelerator, a particle accelerator industry around MSU cyclotron and now the facility for rare isotope beams, the FRIB, one of the great human machines being built in the world right now, $770 million project. How do we build an industry around the remarkable technologies and research and development that will come out of that machinery and that building and the scientists from around the world who will be working there? And we received a $70,000 grant from the Michigan Economic Development Corporation, and we are examining responses to the RFP that we sent out for consultants to help us determine and build upon that industry, what it's going to be. Of course, we're off to a roaring start because a local company spun off from MSU a few years ago, NIOWAVE, is just now completing its $202 million medical isotope production facility, which is related to, in some respects, to the intellectual activities of MSU cyclotron, and that facility is being built out at the airport. So congratulations to NIOWAVE as well, a big project for LEAP as we worked on that. In addition to that, we received this week $65,000 grant from the Michigan Economic Development Corporation to put together curriculum activities and better planning and work activities for our new runway fashion incubator. So we're excited to put that together. Thank you to the MEDC for both of those grant opportunities. The state's unemployment went down to 6.3%. Our unemployment here in the Lansing region is below that, and our economy is soaring, and we're expecting an old-fashioned great moment in our economy in 2015 and 2016 as our businesses soar and grow and expand, and income levels are finally going up, which I think is the absolutely critical part of the economy that's been missing. That seems to be occurring now. So Lansing is hot, and we look forward to working on that. That is for sure, as you do as well. Thank you to Sarah Parkinson and our staff and a lot of teammates at Capital Area Michigan Works. We in Lansing Community College, we are putting together our region's portion of the Governor's Economic Summit to be held on March 2nd and 3rd in downtown Detroit. We're excited to do that. It is providing us a renewed opportunity, which we've started. We're bringing it together the intermediate school superintendents and some key school superintendents, and as I said, Capital Area Michigan Works, our workforce development agency, economic development, and Lansing Community College, as we all talk about our big initiatives. How do we create a huge, creative, talent-oriented climate for businesses to take advantage of, for people to take advantage of? And that is our major goal, and we're well underway in doing that and making a lot of progress. This is a very important long-term initiative for sure. We want to say thank you to LEAP member Meijer, who is once again investing in a big way in the Lansing region. Congratulations to Delta Township. That's where the Meijer statewide distribution center is located. And Meijer is apparently going to be working on, according to the Lansing State Journal, going to be working on a 500,000 square foot expansion of their distribution center on 50 acres. They currently have 2,200 people working there, and last summer they completed a 75,000 square foot addition. So great LEAP members and great LEAP partners, and I want to just an absolute amazing store and company. Thank you, Meijer, for all you're doing for us. Congratulations to LEAP member Sparrow Health System as well. Sparrow is our key, huge health system in the mid-Michigan area, and congratulations to everyone at Sparrow for announcing this week raising or kicking off their capital campaign with an initial $2.5 million from Jim and Judith Herbert family and the Herman family. Together have contributed $2.5 million. This is part of a 120,000 square foot beautiful building that's going to be built on Michigan Avenue as part of Sparrow's campus. It'll be another change to our skyline, and they'd really have adhered to that plan, by the way, about Michigan Avenue that I spoke of earlier. So it's really going to incorporate a lot of those ideas about how it mixes as a building with people and walkable nature and so forth with Michigan Avenue. Thank you to Sparrow for paying attention to that as well. So the Herbert Herman Cancer Center will be located on the first 2 floors of this building. There'll be a ramp, offices, retail. It will be built up on the corner. I've seen a 3D flyover on it. It's just an amazing project, and congratulations to Sparrow again for propelling us forward and having excellence in our healthcare system here in the Lansing area. And then finally, a little moment to talk about economic development, if you will, the profession itself. A really nice story came along this week with regard to our economic development activities from a council person here in Lansing. And they bumped into a family, and the lady's husband is working on our outfield project. The construction's underway right now, right down on Michigan Avenue, downtown Lansing. The only stadium in the country, out of 164 baseball stadiums in the country, this is the only one having a mixed-use building being built in it. And right now the city portion of the project is underway, and a lot of construction workers are down there. And you know, it was really nice. This lady apparently said that it's been a struggle in construction, and they've been down and out as a family, and struggled with jobs over the last couple years, but that her husband is working on this project and how much it's meant to her family. That is what economic development is about. As I've said over and over, it's about people. That's what our profession is about. It's the incentives are a mean to an end, but the end is what matters. It's about helping people. And this kind of story makes 3 years of effort and a lot of partnership and discussion, even some criticism of that kind of project makes it all worth it when you hear a story like that. So I congratulate everybody who's involved, because of course that's just the tip of the iceberg, so to speak, on probably what kind of story is going on down there as far as families being impacted. Yes, we count jobs. Yes, we keep careful track, and we're accountable about incentives and the dollars involved, public and private sector. But it's about people, and it's about families, and that's a nice little story. And as a reminder, again, what economic development does, we remove blighted properties. That's what we help the private sector do. We help properties get cleaned up and not be contaminated, not polluted into a river anymore. We help people with jobs, obviously, so that they can improve their families. And so economic development is a really important part of our community fabric, and there's a lot of discussion these days, and even frankly criticisms about economic development. But the real story of economic development hasn't been told very well, and maybe this is just a slight glimpse of the kind of impact and partnership that we develop within our communities to improve ourselves and to help families. So with that, I will bid you adieu, and I will see you next week.